the people who enjoy investigating and sitting and reading subpoenas all day are few and far between, right? We've got to hold our hands up and admit that. Whereas there is officers that exist that like investigations, but not 24/7, right? They don't want to be sat in an office all day. They want to be out there doing more stuff with, whether it be community policing, getting there, putting your ear to the ground that way. Flores mentioned, it'd be good to have people out and about because then you can see, wrongdoing in the police department firsthand, right? So I guess the whole the different division type of thing would be because we can't expect the same level of quality for primary investigators for everybody that exists, right? So if we have a separate division, then we can say, okay, these people aren't primary investigators, but they can assist, full marshals, for example, in their investigations, but also get out on the streets. And I'm not talking about responding to pings or nothing. I'm just talking about primarily what I mentioned to Flores yesterday when we were having a chat, and I mentioned it because Bruce Collins came and had a chat as well. Is that doing focused patrol? For example, back in the day when we had all this Norman Bones plague shit going on, McNulty would patrol every day in Blaine County, and he'd go to the lighthouse, he'd go to Humane Labs, he'd go to Fort Zancudo because we were getting
I do that. Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But he was just a I don't even know if he might have been the sheriff at the time. It might have been before his time as sheriff, but regardless, he was a regular patrol cop doing that because, it kicked off. And he got a lot of heat from the faces for it because he kept, running into shit that they were doing. And it wasn't good. It was good for us.
The only thing I foresee is if we have a separate division of marshals, people saying, why is this marshal patrolling? He's supposed to be an investigative marshal, or an investigative marshal saying, why are they open an investigation? They're supposed to be out there patrolling, which is why I think just having it just be a thing anybody could do, maybe a cert, if that. I just think that having those people on board is good, and just having the understanding that they're not going to be as investigative focused is enough, as long as we all understand that they're not going to be here for that. I think that's good enough. I just think it. I think
you don't think a separate.
Into,
it might cause a bit of
unnecessary
tension or something.
It always does. Yeah, having separate departments always ends up. I think making it's better for all just one unit of people who just operate together is what I think.
Okay,
instead of you're over there and we're over here type deal.
I like the certification thing because then everybody's a marshal with a rank, and then you can also we could have a whatever unit we want to call it, almost like a TRT type of thing, like a TRT or a just something that is a unit within the department that you can get a certification for to join. And if you're in their department, or if you've got their certification, you can go out and do this focus patrol. But you have to, you have to pass whatever the fuck you need for it, the certification on that, right? So it's let's say you ran it, right? And you were the head of the certification on that. Then people would come in as, rookie marshals or whatever, and then they'd have to get promoted to deputy marshal first, so they'd ride with you. And then if they wanted to then be like, okay, I'm going to be the more patrol side of things, then you test them on whatever you need to test them on, and then if you're happy with them, you give them that cert, and they can go out on their own and do their stuff. I like that. I think it's a better way of doing it than a fully separate unit, right?
Yeah.
And that helps as well without one.
Also, if they want to, if they want to switch over and they go, I actually do like this investigation stuff more. I want to do a lot less patrol. I want to. They're not pigeonholed into just patrolling because they've chose that way. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We could also do it through ranks as well. Like horizontal ranks versus vertical ranks. You know what I mean? Let's say it goes director, field director, and then it's like full marshal, just normal marshal, or maybe we have like another one that could be like. No, I nearly said trooper then because I just keep hearing it in my head. But no, maybe that's a bad idea. Let's just do a certification.
Yeah. Honestly, I think a great layout for the department is, we got a director. I think a field director for each shift.
Yeah.
And then and then you have just regular marshals would be perfect with their certifications,
Yeah.
however they want them.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Okay. So yeah, what do you think in terms of let's go with the certification thing? What is because we can't be there is going to be issues caused if we go about it just like normal patrol. So what do you think the restrictions should be?
Well, I mean, I've had an idea about this for a while about how I think marshals should respond if we did do this type of thing. And I think focusing on 911s from individuals is a great way to build, positive community outreach. Responding to some of these 911s that when the PD, is all wrapped up in something else, they just get unnoticed. I think the marshals responding to stuff like that is good. And it also could give us some information because you're not just responding to a bank truck or whatever. You're responding to an actual person who could tell you some stuff.
I agree, but what my issue that I could see with that is, what about if it's just like a 911 because a clown's red nose got stolen? Is that the type of stuff we want to spend our time on?
If there's nothing else going on and these people want to be more, patrol focused, and they're not going to be burying their head in investigations, and the PD's not doing anything else, then, I mean, I don't see why not.
Well, this is the thing, is like, I don't want there to be this idea that if you have this certification, you're not doing investigations. I
agree.
I think everybody, regardless, like, if you're in the marshals, you got to have cases you're working. You don't have to be the primary, and I don't expect these people to be the primary on investigations, but they at least need to be working an investigation in a capacity, right? So let's say, for the Faces investigation, let's say you're leading that, and then, McNulty's there, and he's in your shift, and you're like, okay, listen, I know, your patrol division, your patrol shirt, so I want you focusing on, and he's working the case with you, then you could like instruct him on where you want him to patrol. Do you want him to go look for anything in particular, like those posters, for example? Do you know what I mean? So while you're like in the office working on the investigation, he's out there gathering information, but with an idea in mind. It's not mindless patrol.
Yeah, that is a great way to go about it. I think that combined with the responding to 911s, and I mean responding to 911s if the PD does not respond. I mean, I've been doing that anyway. I'm gonna be honest. Like
I think that should be.
Go ahead.
I think that should be the main thing that I'm gonna, when I write these SOPs, I'm gonna reiterate throughout, is that we only respond to things as either backup, or if PD doesn't, for example, right? I'm not on about like, okay, not responding to a bank because PD doesn't. I'm on about like the 911 calls, or like, more investigative type of calls. I have a perfect
example, honestly.
Okay.
26227. There was a call for a 911 where a person was shot. Right, the PD was in 78s. I just scoped out the area. I went in, and there was an individual down who'd been shot point blank with an EMP gun.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
are they a robo? How did that work?
No, they had like singes, burns all over them. They were burned to shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You don't find this type of stuff if you don't respond to these 911s. Nobody else was going to respond, and so I responded.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think never responding to a ping unless there's a backup request that PD aren't responding to. If you hear a 77 request on the radio and no one's responding, you'd be like, okay, I'll go help them out, right?
Yeah, I don't think we should be primary on bank trucks, and we should be primary in Polito and all that. No.
I think the only primary calls we should be on are ones like, terrorism calls or anything like that, or state property.
Or
right?
if it falls into your, if I'm at Polito Bank and I roll up and then, they start robbing it in front of me, I guess now I'm
that's
primary.
fine, yeah. Or like, something's happening with the mayor, right? But I don't want it to be like we have to be primary. It's only if it, if you're first to respond, right? And you're first on scene, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
We also need to, okay, we can figure out the nitty gritty after that. Okay. Yeah, Bruce Collins of the BCSO also came and had a chat and was just like, I don't really know what I want to do with myself. I'm sick of kind of getting thrown around.
I think we're gonna get a lot of those.
Well, that's the thing. I said, listen, I'm not just gonna hire anybody. We got to hire people that are in it for the right reasons, right? So I said to Bruce, listen, go take some time about it, because Bruce is very good at investigating and that kind of thing. But just doesn't want their future to be in the hands of, the mayor or people that have nothing to do with law enforcement.
A lot of them might not also realize the limitations we have on patrol, which, nothing we could do about. Like the fact that we can't.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the fact
you
that
never heard anything back about that, did you?
I've reached far and wide. I'm telling you, I've tried.
Send me that list again, just so I have it at the top of my emails. Okay. By the way, the lady that came and interviewed, I don't think we're gonna hire her, I'll be honest. I don't there's nothing that says that we shouldn't hire her. I just don't know whether she's gonna fit in with the
yeah,
the vibes, I didn't get good, no, I didn't get bad vibes, I just didn't get good vibes,
Yeah, and I think vibes matter the most, I'm gonna be honest.
Did you say you like vibes better than most?
I think the vibes matter the most.
Oh, the vibes do matter a lot, man. They do matter a lot. Okay. Right, what we doing? All right, I think I actually need to go, and I'm just gonna reset and re-go on the SOPs. I'll be honest. And just redo them. And get the standard patrol stuff done, and then start working on the other stuff. I think that's gonna be my shit today.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing else gonna happen.
Why are you saying that?
No, I'm just I've totally never tried and spend 15 minutes doing anything, and then fucking all hell breaks loose every day. It's not.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I can't believe Vivi is dead.
What?
I don't know. I saw the thing said that she had no pulse. And then it never said if she regained one. I was left on a cliffhanger.
My MDT's fucked. Oh, there we go. Well, there's no autopsy.
I think she's in the ICU. Maybe dead. In the ICU with no pulse for a while.
How can you be in the ICU with no pulse?
I don't know. The last thing I read was no pulse.
No, I think she's all right.
Are you sure?
No, but it's just it looks like she's in the ICU.
Okay. Well, hopefully she pulls through. I can't believe ADMC jumped into the prison to shoot her.
You really can't believe that?
No, I absolutely cannot believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, apparently neither can the DOJ, considering they unsealed the names of the EMS.
Yeah, that's true. But at least they didn't get shot.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a silver lining.
they dodged that reckless endangerment
Yeah.
bullet.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of new magistrates. Yeah. Yeah, I've always had some issues with magistrates.
Is there anything stopping me from being a magistrate and a marshal?
Yeah, me.
Why? Because I could just be on the inside over there.
You want to be a magistrate spy?
Exactly. I want to spy on them.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then if you, the best course of action is I loudly and proudly fire you.
No, but why? But why would that be good? Why would you do that? Because
Then it holds up better, you know, better cover.
No, oh, you mean you fire me, but then don't fire me though?
Oh.
You know.
We might have
I know
another
what you
applicant.
mean.
We might have another
Who's that?
applicant. John Kingsman.
I have no idea who that is.
He is good.
Oh wait, I do know him.
This guy has listen. He has his issues because I think he's still a cadet.
He's got a real announcer voice.
Yes,
you know?
but I think
got a real cinematic.
He has been a cadet for about a year because he's off duty investigating shit a lot of the time. And the amount of info he's given me is kind of crazy, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but can we take somebody from cadet to marshal?
Why not? You weren't hired when you weren't in the PD.
Yeah.
Neither was Piers. Piers had no law enforcement experience.
Yeah, I mean yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, but he at least he knows the basics. But listen, I think he hasn't been promoted because he doesn't come around on duty a lot, and he just investigates shit. So
I just, I don't want to hire on people and have to be teaching them a whole lot of things that they should.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, 100%. I'm in the same boat.
Like, you should know how to, process the suspect and do the basics of your job. Otherwise, how do you know somebody else is fucking up,
100%. Also, listen, this is not directed to you at all. But that case from yesterday, we cannot be getting ourselves into a position like that again. That was a mess.
What do you mean? There was no evidence.
Yeah, I know, but like Peter's kind of dumped it on you and everybody else, and like you weren't even the primary to begin with, right? It was Peter's.
No, yeah, I had nothing. Literally, that everybody shoved that case onto me, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I pushed it on the docket, and then all the evidence broke. And then I was like, didn't do any of the evidence for this. Does anybody have any evidence? And everybody's like, no. And I was like, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think going forward, what we need to do is whenever there's a potential docket case, there needs to be a constant level of communication between the primary on the case and whoever their superior is. So, like, for example, if it's just a marshal and a field marshal or field director, or whether it's a marshal and a director, there just needs to be, if it's going on the docket, then that takes priority, like a daily debrief kind of shit, you know?
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Wait.
I didn't even know the case was happening that day. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither.
So I was just like, we're gonna wing it. I got no evidence.
We did.
We still got the W, though.
We did
so I don't want to
good.
hear it. Okay, we still got the W. Okay?
And then they did. You know what?
Apparently, the position we put ourselves in was the right one. Okay, it was the right place.
I guess it was. Yeah. The fact that they didn't want us to have two prosecutors, I really didn't get that at all.
Yeah, me neither. I mean,
I'm kind of glad I didn't get prosecuted because I would have gone to jail.
Robin got 9 times contempt.
He was pissed.
He got it on the docket. How could he be pissed? Oh, he's pissed because he lost.
Yeah, he was so pissed about the felony trespassing thing. He was like, "There's no sign saying you can't trespass here."
Well, literally, one of the things he said on the docket was that it's open to the air. I was like, well, so is Bolingbroke Penitentiary.
Yeah, it's a
Also
very
open,
silly argument.
and there's also no sign. If you were to just land a helicopter into the middle of Bolingbroke Penitentiary, I bet you there's no signs immediately telling you that there's no trespassing allowed.
Yeah,
I bet you could get away without seeing a single sign. Because
there's no
you're
signs
landing
at my
in the
house.
fucking middle.
That's what Ava
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
There's no signs at my fucking house, but you definitely get charged for trespassing if you're in there. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we knew we were right on that one, so it's good though.
I thought we had him on reckless endangerment. I don't know how the fuck we didn't get that. They said because she, after the fact, after she already took him up there, didn't want to go and get him back down because that would endanger EMS. That wasn't reckless endangerment. But him simply being up there because of her was reckless endangerment. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. How can you? So basically, you can undo your actions. Is what they're saying.
30-minute chat. Yeah. Just
As long as you afterwards text and say, "Listen, what I'm hoping is that you're okay." Then you're not recklessly endangered anymore.
Yeah, seems like it. Okay. I want to make a poster that we're hiring.
Do we really want to get flooded with applicants? You know what I think we need? I'm gonna be honest. You know what I think we need? What I want? You know what I want? Here, what I want? I want a clerk.
You want a clerk?
Yeah, like a yeah.
I mean, I could hire Sherry Pie if you want.
I mean, is she around a lot?
No.
Somebody who's around. I want somebody who's around who actually.
You like who though?
I don't know. Somebody. Who, Martha would be great. Oh my god, I don't know.
We can't steal Martha from the PD.
I don't know if she. Why not?
I mean, I could try. But she won't see as many people, would she?
She's still good. I think she's still good. And we could get another person. We could just have her as one of them.
Yeah. I mean, we could always like hire Martha, but say, you could keep your job as the PD. I just want you to like help us out with.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. That's exactly.
If people when people come through for LSPD interviews, just say go to the Masters instead. Genius.
That's actually Make sure they're not bozos though. Got to do that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get working on these SOPs.
All right. If you need me to look at them or anything after you're done, you give me a holler.
We'll do some. We'll get some second and third eyes on it.
And I'll go kill some terrorists real quick.
All right. Yo. All right. I think we need to do new SOPs. I think based on the old ones, but new stuff. New stuff. New fun, easy readable stuff. Do I want to do that now? Though. There was something I wanted to do, but I can't remember what the fuck it was. It's gonna piss me off. Can't remember what it was though. List down some MI5 quizzes yesterday, and had a really cool idea about incorporating it into the hiring process. MI5 quizzes. Link it. Let me see. Oh, it's actually real. This is the real fucking website. What the fuck? What is this? Where do your skills lie? What do we do? Which one do we click? Investigative challenge. Okay, click to begin. For exercise only. The following challenge will test how you use information and your analytical skills. The challenge has been designed to give you a greater understanding of whether you would enjoy and be well suited for the role of an intelligence officer in MI5. The challenge should take you approximately 15 minutes to complete. You'll be required to read and understand some initial instructions, and then after an opportunity to view a number of written documents, 10 minutes. Oh shit. Finally, you'll be asked to answer some multiple choice questions relating to what you have read. Approximately 5 minutes out, you pull together your thoughts on the situation. The scenario and any data contained within are fictitious and not intended to fully reflect the views and processes of MI5. Okay. You have 10 minutes to read an email from your line manager and 5 documents that will open at the bottom of the page. You will then have 4 multiple choice questions to answer. How you divide your time is entirely up to you, although you may wish to allocate 2 minutes to each document. There's a clock? Will be allocated to the top right of your screen at all times. Your 10 minutes will begin once you click start at the bottom right hand corner. Once the 10 minutes have concluded, you will not be able to refer back to the documents. Taking some brief notes as you read the material may assist you in answering the questions, but you should avoid taking extensive notes. Don't tell me not to take notes, MI5, bro. Some of the questions do not have a clear right or wrong answer. Select your answer based on your assessment conclusions and, where possible, facts. But do not worry that you have made a mistake. More than one answer. Okay. I'm scared. Let's do it. Line manager. Sent 2011, 1st November. Hi there, just a quick note about the situation in Zenda. Our coverage overnight suggests that several of the ascending intelligence officers posted to London have been pulled back to their country. Not ideal given the recent progress we've made in this area. Okay. The boss has asked if we can try to work out what's made them so nervous. I've attached a few docs that I pulled out of the file this morning to take a look at, but I've got to head off to this meeting. You are cleared to see the Chiz 001 material. The fuck is this? So I've attached this. Be back in 20 minutes, so I really appreciate your thoughts in the meantime. Many thanks, Sam. Okay. So Sam's our line manager. Okay. Profile, Dina Flantkov. Age 38. Dina Flantkov. Okay. Let's see. She is born in Zenda. Zenda joined the Zenden Foreign Military Service, the PKTY, aged 18. She served 3 overseas postings of 3 years each before this one. Arrived in London in late 2008. Her career has been notable for distinction in which flank officer served. Current head of PKTY team in London. Intelligence that flank office tipped for further promotion within PKTY. Hold on. Promo. Married to Andrei Flankov. Who was a junior PKTY officer. Andrei posted to London as the office manager at the beginning of 2009. Assessed likely that Dina facilitated the posting of Andrei. Okay. All right. Nepotism. Responsibilities in London are said to include heading up the team that monitors Zenden dissidents. Okay. It monitors dissidents. Building relationships with influential pro-Zenden government business people and academics who reside or live in London. Liaison with other foreign services in London who were supportive for the Zenden regime. Okay, cool. Andre, this is hubby. 32, born in the same place. Joined age 26. Had never served overseas prior to arriving in London at the beginning of 2009. Okay. Andre is a junior intelligence officer and was initially a surprise selection for such a sought-after posting. However, marriage to Dina Flankov in summer 2010 provided a likely explanation for his upturn in fortune. His title is office manager, and our coverage collected so far would indicate this is largely an administrative role that involves driving his more senior colleagues to engagements and running errands on behalf of others. Always drives his office car, a dark blue saloon, registered plate 6 Papa Zulu 88 Papa. Okay. We have received a single strand of evidence to suggest Andre may also be involved in meeting with members of the Zenden expat community, some of whom are known to be being involved in serious organized crime in the capital. Okay. right. Sec. This is interesting. We see the singles. Yeah, we fully understand the reason behind this, but tentatively assess that Andre could be acting as a cutout for senior members of PKTY in London who may somehow be involved with these criminal gangs. Interesting. The covert human intelligence source just report. Where's the timer? I don't see a timer, chat. Do you? I'm scared. Several intelligence officers have been recalled to HQ in Paranza as matters of urgency. The first to go will be the Flankoffs. Okay, Flankoffs going first. Dina Flankoff has been summoned to, by a PKTY director. Dina and Andrea booked on a flight but sent it within 72 hours. It's not currently clear who the replacement for either Flankoffs will be. Being recalled at such a note is just highly unusual and is likely to be one of two reasons. A serious situation has arisen at home, which they want the best people working on. He's not the best people. Dina is filling a space created by someone who's been moved from a senior role for some time. Flankoff's management was tipping her to move upstairs. Given the disruption that the Flankoff's move will have the PKTY offices in London, these moves do not appear to have been planned. It is therefore likely to be a domestic situation in Xander that spooked PKTY decision makers. This Chiss is trusted, but has partial access to the office in London, while this Chiss... Oh, so this covert human intelligence source is basically a CI. Their views have been reported to you information that should not be taken as fact. They've been tasked to alert further information regarding the Flankoffs or the successors and to contact us. Surveillance. Driver of dark blue vehicle, 6 Papa Zulu AAP, that's Andre, was seen meeting with 2 identified individuals at midnight. Registration 3 Papa Zulu 89 Papa. 3 Papa Zulu 8 Papa. Okay, in a quiet car park in southeast London is unusual, as this is a Zenden embassy vehicle. Flankoff was seen posting something in the letterbox on Caffel Street. It was posted in Caffel Street. Flankoff either made his way to a hotel where he parked his vehicle, was met by a female in the lobby to the hotel. This female bore a strong resemblance to Dina Flankoff, with a radically altered hairstyle. Neither Andre nor the person thought to be Dina had any belongings carried on their person. Okay. Met Dina. So they're fucking running, dude. They're running. Police colleagues subsequently confirmed that vehicle is associated with the gang of Zenden money launderers. Okay. Okay. They were discussing the feasibility of a massive operation to produce fake £20 notes. Subsequent checks on service records show that Caffel Street address belongs to the landlord of Dina and Andre Flankoff, who is also an associate of theirs. Okay. I think they were just paying off their last rent and they're fucking dipping. Newspaper suggests what? The Sendon Times. Last night, Mr. Tenexodon, the Minister of the Interior, launched an official inquiry into the activities of certain elements within the government who are posted overseas. At a low press conference, the minister refused to be drawn on details but made thinly veiled threats to members of the Sendon civil service who were serving abroad. A source close to the government told this report that the centre received information suggests that dozens of staff forces in sensitive posts, including in Europe, had been found to be engaged in acts of corruption that would undermine the government's effort to improve influence in these locations. Papers freely reported on the efforts of criminal elements with the Sendon expat community to get special favours from Sendon government officials in Europe in order to help their associates based in the homeland who were facing trials for drug dealing and arms dealing. Methods employed by the criminals were said to include intimidation and threats of blackmail against Sendon and embassy staff. However, our source suggests that a recent inquiry by the Interior Minister has unearthed pockets of serious corruption and even collusion with elements of notorious organised gangs operating across Europe. It's not yet known how widespread this problem is, but the inquiry is expected to take several months. Interesting. So now I continue? Which of these statements most closely reflects the intelligence that you have seen? The Flankoffs are likely to be pulled back to Sender due to an investigation into their criminal activity. The Flankoffs have been pulled back to Sender, but one cannot be sure why. Flankoffs are likely to be pulled back to Sender so that Dina can lead an internal inquiry into corruption by civil servants. It is not yet clear whether the Flankoffs have been pulled back to Sender, nor what the wider circumstances of the embassy are. I think there was nothing that directly told us that they were being pulled back. Actually, I think there was. I think there was the not the surveillance. It was one of the earlier ones. The surveillance report, I think, might have been it. I can't remember. But I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. They've been pulled back to the sender due to an investigation into their criminal activity. Next question. What are your priorities for further investigation? Retest the shifts in order to determine whether the flank costs have been replaced to get further details on the reason for their leaving. Contact the authorities and pass the intelligence we have in relation to this matter. I mean, they did want us to, like, I don't know. They sounded like they wanted us to be good with the Zendan government or some shit. Work with the police to understand the level of collusion between gangs and officials in London and disrupt where possible. Increase our coverage of the Flankos landlord. No, I don't think the landlord's important. I don't think the Chiz is as important / reliable. I think it's working with the police, I'll be honest. That's what I would do. Which of these statements most closely reflects the intelligence you have seen? Intelligence came within the profiles, Chiz reporting surveillance, and leads me to doubt the credibility of the Chiz reporting. I can't remember what the Chiz said, I'll be honest. I can't remember what it was. Police intelligence will be key to fulfilling the key intelligence gaps in this scenario. The intelligence contained in the profile Chiz leads me to assess that Andrei Blankov is under investigation. Yeah, this one. Under investigation is what I would imagine. What are your thoughts on the seriousness of this situation? It's not ideas we're losing sight of two intelligence officers that we know a lot about. This routine matter has clearly caused some disruption to the PKTY, which is no bad thing. It's extremely the criminal gangs in the UK appear to have been working with foreign government officials in London. We need to review this area for further signs of this, is what I probably think. Yeah, that's fucked. You scored a 6. Each question has a best course of action worth 2 points, and 2 of the viable courses of action worth 1 point. Total, I got 6 out of 8, man. What the fuck? What did I get wrong? We recommend that you apply for the Intelligence Officer Program. I'm joining MI5! Fuck you guys! I'm out of here, man! They want me! I'm being recruited! I'm back. They gave me the job on the spot. Who's dead? He's down at Mission Row. You could probably stream that job. You imagine I'm sitting in like the middle of fucking MI5 in London. I got repeatedly this idea. Instead of the made up stuff they did for this, it's old files and stuff from the Sanguine War. And applicants need to pick apart the articles, profiles, and documents to find relevant information for answering a series of questions based on what they think the best response would be for the marshals. That is a really good idea. I'll be honest. That is a really good idea. I don't know how easy it would be to do. Why was it the mail? You thought, yeah, I wish, just tell me how, what did I get wrong? I wish it told me what I got wrong. Can I try again? We can just ask Gronk? No, don't ask Gronk. What did the Chiz report say? Okay. Yeah, I don't know whether I think the Chiz report is not 100% accurate because it says Dean has been recalled, whereas we saw that it was Andre doing the naughty business. Is that the thing? Let's see. Did that one doubt the credibility? No, I did this one. That Andre is under investigation. That's what I did, right? I'll try and do this one differently. Okay. Okay, hold on. We gotta go again. What are the right answers? Now I'm interested. Okay, maybe this one's wrong. The flant has been pulled about sin, but one cannot be sure why. We're not 100% sure why. So let's do that one instead. Let's do this one. Do this one. And then do this one. That's even worse. So I was wrong about that. I said they're likely have been pulled back to the investigation into their criminal activity. That is likely. I wish it told you. Maybe it's retask the cheers. Retask the cheers. Try. That is better. Okay, so that's where our issue is. Retasking the chiz is the better answer on that question. Versus the retasking the informant, they value better than what? Than working with the police to understand the level of collusion. Isn't this power game? I'm just curious about what the MI5 think is good, man. Because clearly I'm not at my maximum power level right now. I'm only at 6 out of 8. I want to be at a fucking 8 out of 8. Let's try this question. I don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know. Okay, that is cool. What was the surveillance one? Oh my god, what is this? Oh, press play and watch the video closely. You'll be asked questions. What the fuck? What am I looking for? Am I looking for anything in particular? What was the color of the second moped? Red. What did the green neon? There was a bar. How many cyclists were there? 3. Your friend shows you pictures on their phone. How much do you notice? Press play. Okay. 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 The one with the dog, what color was her hair? Blonde. What flowers did you see? I saw lilies. Can you do multiple? I only remember lilies. What vegetable was on the plate? Please. I might be getting these completely wrong, but by the way. Mobile phone is in 7. Can you talk to your friend? Listen to the conversations around you and keep an eye on your surroundings? Fucking hell. Okay. I don't hear anything. Am I supposed to hear something? Oh, wait, I closed it. Oh, no, we're good. I don't hear anything, but I don't know whether it's supposed to be. Okay. Fuck. Angel? What traffic sign is in the street? Stop. Where does Paul live? Blakefield Ave. What time is the train? 37. How tall is Paul? I don't know. 6 foot. Okay, maybe. Listen, I was kind of zooming through there. It fucking shows, man. Fuck, that's hard. That is really fucking difficult. Holy shit, man. All right, chat. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes, and then it's power hour time. So I'll see you then. Alright, chat, I'm back. Sorry, I was changing Baby Sock's bum. Gross. Alright, chat, power hour starts now. I'm doubling the time right now. Pause. Pause. It's done. It's done. Let me refresh it. Everything is doubled. Everything is doubled. Power hour has begun. Alright. You lost? What the hell, chat? Oh. Let me just move that power hour song because it's slightly off and it's pissing me off.
Got another report
Oh
about
my god.
You're
Suspended.
Well, there we go. There we go. Anonymous with the 20 gifties, dude.
Sock22
Oh my god. The Pyro as well. Wait, what the fuck? Pyro with the 20 gifties? Captain with the 10 gifties? You guys just wait for this shit, huh?
Got another report about you're
Bastards. Pyro Captain, Anonymous, thank you guys. Lovely thing for the 3 months. Grampy, thank. Grampy, what the fuck?
another report about you're
Jem, who we raiding? Who we raiding, Jem?
you're suspended.
Grampy thing with a 31 gifted subs, dude. And Mushy take with a 10 as well. Holy shit. Oh my god. Bro.
I can't believe I just said that with my mouth.
Well, we hit the next sub goal.
Got another report
We hit
about
the
you.
next fucking sub goal, dude. Bean, thank you for gifting that sub. Josh says thank you for 2 months as well, man. Okay, it hasn't updated on the overlay, but we're at 347 subs. That fixed it.
Fingo. Got another report.
Gem,
about
thank you for the 10 gifties as well, dude.
Suspended.
Alright, close.
Suspended.
Oh, fucking damn it. Ruza, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Fingo. Got another report.
It's
about
still on
you.
Bean. It's got so much to catch up to.
Suspended.
You're suspended.
From 40 minutes to 7. Neptune! Neptune, thank you for the 10 spondoolies, dude. Captain, thank you for the 25.
Suspended.
Thank you both. Holy shit. Well, we're at 9 hours. From 14 minutes to 9 hours. Wait, we hit the other sub goal. What the fuck? Hold on, wait.
Sock22H, Sock22H, Sock22H.
Oh my god.
Row your boat.
I feel like I'm not catching up with these properly. I'm worried I've missed something. I don't think I have. I think we get there.
Row your boat.
Thank you, guys. God damn. Hold on, where are we? What's on stream? Only 55 minutes left on the power hour. Do you remember if donos were adding the time correctly? I mean, I can have a quick look, actually. Let's have a look. Let me check the VOD though. See if it's working properly. Checking.